Hello, guys. It is I, Chaz. I am going to take a break for a while on making music, and I'm going to fly an airplane in X-Plane 11. It's actually once a year I found out that I kind of just stopped doing music over the winter months because I just get burnt out on doing it. So instead of doing music or anything, I'm gonna fly a plane and I'll do talking about it and about me and a little more about me actually is I've said this before in Discord chat, but I have Friedreich's Ataxia. It is a neuromuscular thing, and I've had it since birth, but I didn't really know about it till I was about 13 years old. And then, I went to doctors and they, basically, long story short, after, being tested and trying to figure out what's wrong with me and why I walked funny and had bad balance was because of the FA. And well, I'm in a wheelchair now all the time. Well, I'm full-time in a wheelchair now. And but I did used to walk. So it was up till 17. And then I started using the wheelchair full time. In high school, I did, I walked most of the time, but to go from class to class, I used either, a wheelchair or a scooter. So yeah, it's just the, real basics about that. Well, I guess as far as where I'm flying right now, I am the default airport in the game is Seattle International. So that's where I flew out of right now, and I'm flying the Cessna 172. It's in a lot of flying games, and it is the most basic airplane really, and good for beginner airplanes and all that, and you see them flown on the YouTube and stuff all the time. But it's actually my favorite airplane. I'm not really too into jets or, big airplanes or anything, mostly prop planes. And the Cessna just happens to be my favorite airplane. And when I was a lot younger, and especially before knowing about my Friedreichs, I wanted to be a pilot. And, well, and I wanted to be a pilot, and, that kind of got flushed in the toilet after knowing about the FA and stuff, but a little more about that, I guess. Basically, it makes me really undexterous. It's actually it's sort of like muscular dystrophy. It's studying along with MD and MDA and all that. And, it's kind of like muscular dystrophy, only, more nervular dystrophy, I guess. It affects my central nervous system. And so I'm really shaky, not just at writing or anything, but just anywhere, any movement. It's a really shaky movement, and swallowing is affected too, swallowing and speaking and living. Anyway, if you want to know more about that, I don't know, you can ask me, or I really don't mind talking about it. I just don't really know. I have a really hard time talking right off the bat and stuff. I usually have to think about it for a while and psych myself up before I end up talking about anything. So, let's see, I'm flying around Seattle. I'm not, I'm just gonna be talking about myself and stuff, mostly. Nothing going on in game. Yeah. I'm actually recording this. I'm talking out of game, so I already played the game. Now I'm talking about myself. I wanted to fly an airplane when I was, younger, so then this I still would like to, but I'm far too handicapped for that. So instead, I do music. Which actually, that is one thing that I'm really into a lot as well. Doing music and pretty much anything to do with sound I am interested in, really, deep. It's something that I picked up on when I was a lot younger as well. And it's just something I've always really been into. I make my own music on the computer. And I have a lot of apps on my phone and stuff. Well, I used to. I don't really as much anymore. But I had a bunch of, apps for learning music and new oscilloscopes and one other thing that I would like to say is that I do have a wife and child. The wife or the child is 5 years old, little girl. Well, I will see you all next time.